Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a 50-minute Vinyasa Flow Yoga, mainly focused on strength. We are going to target the abs, the thigh, and the booty. This is a full body workout, therefore make sure that you have enough space around you and yoga blocks. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the red button. Now, let's grab the mat and begin our practice.
Let's begin to warm up our body with a couple of rounds of Sun Salutation A. Feet together or heels slightly apart. Inhale to rise, hands overhead, gaze as the palms touch. Exhale to fold, sink your belly down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step both feet back to plank. Shift your weight forward all the way down to your toes on an inhale. Bend the elbows to Chaturanga. Inhale, lift your chest off the floor, pushing with your hands to guide your lift for upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, lift the hips for downward facing dog. Look forward, step or jump in front of the mat on the inhale. Exhale to fold from your hips. Inhale to rise into standing gaze as the palms touch. Exhale, mountain pose, hands on the side. Inhale, reach up, gaze as the palms touch. Exhale, fold forward from the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat on the floor, step back to plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward all the way down to your toes. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Swing the hips from side to side. Slowly walk your dog. Alternate one foot at a time. The first poses that you practice are meant to awaken your muscle, increase your heart rate, and release tension in your body. Warm-up is vital to injury prevention. Integrate your mind, your body, and breath to find the focus that you need in your practice. Now release the pose from downward facing dog. Come down on your hands and knees. Wrist is aligned with your shoulders and wrist is aligned with your hips. Avoid sinking your shoulders into your armpits. Inhale, arching the spine, lifting your chest forward and sit bones towards the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine, dropping the head. Draw your abdominals in toward the spine. Keep your hips lifted and your shoulders in the same position. Inhale, arch the spine, sinking the belly down. Exhale, round back and in. Inhale, arch the spine, sinking the belly down. Exhale, round back and in. Now stay at cat pose. Inhale, lift the knees off the ground to hover. We're going to do another round of cat and cow pose. If this pose is too hard for you, you may drop down your knees. Inhale, arch the spine, sinking the belly down. Exhale, round back and in. Last one. Inhale, arch the spine, sinking the belly down. Exhale, round back and in. Stay in this pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones up, lengthen your hips away from the hips to elongate your spine. Step the right foot in between the hands on the inhale. Lower the left knee down to the floor and flip the left toes under. Inhale, reach the arms up to open the chest. Gaze on the top of the ceiling. Inhale, release, bend the right knee and exhale, sink the hips down for half split. Flexing the legs and toes to stretch the hamstring. Exhale to release. Inhale, place both hands on the floor and hop onto your fingertips. And gently straighten both legs. And exhale, fold forward for pyramid pose. Exhale, release the pose, bend the knee to a runner's lunge. Inhale, hands on the floor, sink the hips down for half split. Exhale, flex the legs to stretch the hamstring. Inhale to release, bend the knee. Exhale to runner's lunge. Inhale, rise up to high lunge, hands over the head. Press the ball of your left foot gradually on the floor. Exhale, contract your thigh muscle and press up to maintain your left leg in position. Inhale, lift the left foot and exhale, step it forward to meet the right in front of the mat in chair pose or Uttanasana. Stay in this pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, exhale. Rise up from heels and sink your hips down. Slowly to Navasana or boat pose. Slowly straighten your legs in front of you or micro bend the knees. Point your toes. Lift your arms to your sides parallel to the floor. Pull the navel and ribs in to create a straight spine to keep your balance. Hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, exhale. Inhale, cross the legs together. Press your hands down and lift your sit bones up away from the floor. Release again, Navasana. Hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs. Lift the sit bones up. Exhale. Release. One last Navasana for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross the legs. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Now, let's do the left side. Step the left foot in between the hands. On the inhale, lower the right knee to the floor and flip the right toes under. Inhale, reach the arms up to open the heart, gaze on top of the ceiling. Inhale, release, bend the left knee and exhale, sink the hips down or half split. Flexing the legs and toes to stretch the hamstring. Exhale to release. Inhale, place both hands on the floor and hop on into your fingertips and gently straighten both legs. Exhale, fold forward for a pyramid pose. Exhale, release the pose. Bend the left knee to a runner's lunge. Inhale, hands on the floor, sink the hips for half split. Exhale, flex the legs to stretch the hamstring. Inhale to release, bend the knee. Exhale to runner's lunge. Inhale, rise up to high lunge, hands over the head. Press the ball of your right foot gradually on the floor. Exhale, contract your hips, your thigh, and press up to maintain your right leg in position. Inhale, lift the right foot and exhale, step it forward to meet the left in front of the mat. Sink your hips down in chair pose or Uttanasana. Pull the rib cage in and the belly. Stay in this pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale to release. Rise up from hips and sink your hips down to Navasana or boat pose. Slowly straighten your legs in front of you or micro bend the knees. Point your toes. Lift your arms to your side parallel to the floor. Pull the navel and ribs in to create a straight spine to keep your balance. Hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, exhale. Inhale, cross the legs together. Press your hands down and lift your sit bones up away from the floor. Release again. Hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs. Lift the sit bones up. Exhale to release. You can do this. One last Navasana. Hold this pose for 5, 4, 4.5, 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs. Exhale. Step back to downward facing dog. Awesome job. Bend the knees. Look forward. And step or jump in front of your mat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up all the way up into standing. Exhale to Tadasana or mountain pose. Inhale, rise up. Hands overhead, gaze as the palms touch. Exhale, fold forward from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat on the floor. Step back into a plank. Shift your weight forward all the way down to your toes. Inhale, bending the elbows. Lower down to Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Opening up the chest. Exhale to downward facing dog. Now look forward, bend the knees, step or jump in front of the mat into cross-legged position. Now face at the edge of the mat on an open wide-legged pose for 5 rounds of straddle press. Place both hands flat on the floor behind your hips. Press through the floor. Pull the navel and ribcage in to keep you in balance. Flex the feet. And we're going to lift 1 foot at a time for 5 straight rounds. The count begins now. For 1, right lift, right down, left lift. For 2, left down, right lift, right down. For 3, left lift, left down, right lift. For 4, right down, left lift, left down. For 5, right lift, right down, left lift, and final left down. Good job. Release the pose. Now grab both blocks together and place them on your side. Use this block to lift your sit bones up for some straddle pikes. Or you may use your hands to press yourself for more challenge. Now, flex legs and feet together. Press the hands down and lift the sit bones up for a bike lift. We're going to do this for 10 or 5 rounds. So, release the pose and pulse, lift your sit bones up for 5. Release and pulse for 4. Release, pulse for 3. Release, pulse for 2. Release and pulse for 1. Release the pose to a seated position. Cross the leg together and lift the sit bones up for downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knees and look forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands flat on the floor. Step back into plank. Shift your weight forward all the way down to your toes. Bend the elbows, no chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now bend the knees and look forward and step both feet for a squat position. With your feet and knees separated wider than your hips and hands to a prayer position. Now lean forward and extend your arms and hands on the floor. Bend the knees, resting your knees against your upper arms. Now, inhale, lift the balls off your feet and lean forward to balance. Gaze down. If you fall, that is okay. Make sure to pick yourself up and try again. Hold the pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, exhale. Sink your hips down on your heels for a much deserving child pose. Rest here and let go. Make sure that you cool down to ensure to reap all the benefits of this class. When you are ready, come back up in a seated position.